Yeah, I have. I'm doing this short presentation because many people have been asking me about the process of going to the US and as a sponsored, self-sponsored NCLEX nurse or candidate, because this is not a process that many people know about. I therefore thought that it's wise to note down this because there are many questions from you, and I believe it's going to help. So let's look at the background of it all. What has been happening before? So initially, many nurses from different countries, and they are normally called IENs, that is internationally educated nurses, have been going to the US, but they have been going to the US through the sponsorship of agents. And these agents, by the way, do a good job because they sponsor you. They pay for your NCLEX processing fees, and they also pay for your immigration costs. But what is the cost of that? Some people think that when agencies sponsor you, they don't get anything in return. I've heard people saying that if you are accepted by a particular agency, it's free. There is nothing that is free in this world. You are going to be sponsored, but you are going to pay with your tooth and nail. So what is happening here is that once the agency signs you off, you sign their contract, they sponsor you. Once you go to the US, you will work under the agency. The agency will be your employer. So they are going to bind you for 3 years. And for those 3 years that you'll be working for them, you are not going to be paid directly by the hospital where you're working. You're going to be paid by the agency. The agency will be paid on your behalf. Then they give you part of the salary. So your hourly pay will be determined by the agency, regardless of what your actual employer is giving you. Okay? So if you come to think of it, if you do the self-sponsored program, the money is way less, and you're going to spend less compared to that. But before we go to the cost implications of the self-sponsored program, let us ask ourselves, why should you do the self-sponsored program? So there are many reasons why one should do the self-sponsored program. The first reason is because you'll be in control of your program, of your process. You will not be coerced by anyone. If you encounter any challenges during the process, you can pause a bit and resume once you feel that you're okay. We don't encourage this, but sometimes issues do arise. And if you encounter such issues when you are doing an agency process, it can be so difficult for you because you have timelines that you must meet. Secondly, you hasten your process. Once you decide to do the self-sponsored program, as long as you gather the required amount of money, you can hasten your process as quickly as you want. Other than when you are depending on an agency, because the agency is going to determine at what point they are going to pay for your CGFNS. They are also going to determine decide when they are going to pay for your exam, to schedule your exam and such and such. Thirdly, you get a higher pay rate. This is the main reason for is one of the main reasons for doing the self-sponsored program. While a good number of people will get low hourly rate when they go to the US through agencies, if you go through a direct hire agent, having done NCLEX by yourself, you are likely to get, if you go to the US, having done NCLEX first, you go with direct hire, you are going to get a very high pay rate compared to someone who goes with an agency. Now, let's look at number 4, no binding agency contracts. You do not sign a contract that is binding to you with an agency if you have already done the NCLEX exam. You go through direct hire, and what this assures you is that you're going to negotiate your contract with an employer and as well negotiate your pay rate. Okay? Number 5, you get huge bonuses. The moment you pass NCLEX, agents will be looking for you, staffing agents will be looking for you, direct hire agents will be looking for you, hospitals will be looking for you, and some will be ready to pay huge bonuses to the tune of even $8,000 so that they can get you signing with them, because the demand for nurses in the US is high. You also get to choose your state. Some agencies will give you a limit of like 2 states, you choose one. Others will tell you that there are no slots in the states where they are supposed, where you are preferring. Some agencies do not even post people to some states that you would like to go to. But when you do the NCLEX by yourself, you choose where to practice. As well, you can even choose to go and practice in Canada. You can do the NCLEX process by yourself. You pass NCLEX, then you apply to the province of Ontario, for instance, and go practice there. Okay? Now let's look at the costs of doing self-sponsored program. As I said earlier, if you sign up with an agency, you are obligated to pay them every penny that they have spent on you if you breach the contract before you move to the US. However, if you move to the US and you want to move out of the contract before the end of the 3 years, you would have to pay them thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Some people pay up to about $40,000 to agents so that they can be freed up. So what are the costs of doing the self-sponsored program? We as Passcode Global Consultants are going to guide you with the registration process. For that, we will charge you $200 and we will do all your registration until you do the NCLEX. Several registrations that we are going to outline below. You will pay for validation of documents, $450 to CGFNS or JSA, $400. You will pay for an NCLEX review program. Now, NCLEX is a demanding process. The NCLEX content is huge. Sometimes people do not know what to study and how to study. So we have a 4-month program that shows you what to study and how to study and guides you through. Then you pay approximately $100 for the Board of Nursing. The Board of Nursing will register you so that you can get a license. And about $50 for a fingerprint body contracted by the Board of Nursing, which is going to do your criminal background check. You will also pay $200 for the Pearson View, which is going to be the body administering the exam to you. And for you to schedule your exam as an international nurse, you need to pay $150 to be able to schedule. So if you look at the total amount that you need to spend is $1,450. $1,450 only. And at this point, you have already done your exam. Now, let's look at the possible additional costs. Your country's nursing council may need a few dollars, say like $100, to release your documents, that is your nursing license. Your school of nursing may also need a few dollars to process your academic transcripts. And of course, you will need to travel to the test center, and you may need accommodation to the test center if it's far from your place. Steps of the self-sponsored program. The self-sponsored program is a stepwise process. The first thing, number one, step one, is you approach someone who understands the process well. At Passcode Global Consultants, we have proven to understand the process well, and we are going to take you through the USRN process very smoothly in consultation with you. So we advocate that you have someone who understands the process well, because it is possible to make some very costly mistakes. We have seen people even purchasing the wrong service from the CGFNS, coughing up an amount of in excess of $750, and that is not good. Next, you pay the registration fees to Passcode Global Consultants. That is $200. This $200 is going to do for you so many things. All the registrations until you do the NCLEX, we are going to handle them. We will register you for CGFNS or JSA, and we will maintain your account until you test for the NCLEX. We are going to register you for the Board of Nursing and support you until you test. We are going to guide you through the entire process of fingerprint processing and showing you how it is done. We are going to support you with the jurisprudence exam where it is applicable. Some boards have the jurisprudence exam. We are going to support you with Pearson View account registrations and maintain it until you test. As well, we are going to assist you with scheduling. And also, we are going to assist you with guidance as you go to the test center. Step number 3, you are going to pay $450 to the CGFNS or JSA, $400 for validation of documents. Then you pay $300 to join the NCLEX RN review preparation class. This is a 4-month program review that is going to review the entire content of the NCLEX curriculum. So in our program, we have a 4-month NCLEX review program, and we do live classes on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, EAT, 7 p.m. EAT. So this is a very unique program where you don't have just recorded lectures. You have live classes, a lecturer in class, a tutor in class where you can ask questions, okay? We're also going to provide you with revision materials and guide you on how to use those materials to revise. We are also going to provide you with NCLEX questions and guide you on how to answer NCLEX style questions so that when you go to do the exam, you pass the exam. We are also going to introduce you to our online portal, online learning portal, where you can learn, access previous lectures, you can access materials, you can access other support services through the site. As well, we will be doing frequent assessments to see whether you are ready to do the NCLEX. And once you are ready, we advise you to go and test. And you will receive dedicated mentorship until you do your exam. As well, we assist you to get jobs in the USA through direct hire so that you can get a good deal in terms of the hourly pay rate as well as other job conditions. Now, step 5, you're going to receive your ATT, because as you do the NCLEX review program, we will be continuing to process your ATT document. Now, the ATT is a document called Authorization to Test, which is going to be issued by your Board of Nursing. Once the Board of Nursing issues this exam, the next step is that you are going to take your NCLEX and pass. Having been prepared through a 4-month intensive review program, you are going to pass your exam. So what happens after you pass your exam? You're going to, at this stage, you can decide to either look for an employer. We start looking for an employer for you. We link you with an employer, which is easy as long as you have passed the NCLEX, or you can decide to go ahead and do the visa screen process by yourself. So either way, we are capable of assisting you to do the visa screen certification process. What you need is to add IELTS or any other English language accepted by the CGFNS or JSA, USCIS, and then that will be enough for you to apply for the visa screen certificate. So whether you get the employer first before the visa screen certificate, or you do the certification before, the aim here is to have you get an EB3 visa, which is employment-based visa, which is going to allow you to move to the US with your spouse, as well as children who are the age of 21 years. So thank you very much for passing through this document. This document has been prepared courtesy of Passcode Global Consultants. We are a company that helps nurses to do the self-sponsored program, and we do advocate for the self-sponsored program because you will get more benefits when you do the self-sponsored program than when you go through an agency. So if you have the ability, contact us, and we are going to assist you to do the entire process, and you find yourself being a USRN within about 5 to 6 months from the time you have enrolled. Thank you very much.